I'm going to be letting you know, do you have the genetics to be a bodybuilder? Do you have the ability to put on muscle? Are you destined for greatness, or do you have no chance? Coach Greg, in today's video, I'm going to be rating your genetics, and that includes both males and females. I'm going to be letting you know, do you have the genetics to be a bodybuilder? Do you have the ability to put on muscle? Are you destined for greatness, or you have no chance? First up, we have Hammock Sebastian. He's 17 years of age, and he says he's been training for 9 years. And so what that means is he started at 8. 8 years old is very young to start training, but listen, there's nothing wrong with that. I personally started training at 10. It didn't hurt me in the slightest. Many people believe that it's going to cause you to be shorter, that you can't possibly grow. It's not true. It is in fact a myth. I know you guys think I'm a manlet, but in my family, I'm actually very tall. And so his starting weight was 40 kilograms, that's 88 pounds. But remember, he started at 8. And so he shows us his before photo, of which there's zero chance that I think that this guy is 8. To me, I'm guessing he's perhaps 12, 14, 15 years of age. But based on this photo, he does appear to have very good genetics. I see some hair starting to grow on the face. It looks like he's beginning to start puberty. And already you can see the muscle development. It's starting to show through. He has very lean physique, very much aesthetic. And so if you're just beginning to go through puberty, and you already look like this, and you keep training, I do believe eventually you will have an amazing physique. And so fast forward to now where he's 17. He's still a kid, 17 years of age. Certainly I'm hoping he's not on performance-enhancing drugs, SARMs, peptides, and so on. But his body weight is now at 74 kilograms. It's about 164 pounds. It's a lot of weight, a lot of muscle for a guy only 17. Are you ready for the photo? Look at this guy's physique. This is incredible. If this is natural, he's ready for the bodybuilding stage. These are elite level advanced genetics. And so his genetics are so good, I was thinking, did he screw this up? Did he in fact say that he was 17 in the before photo and that he's now 26? Because to have a physique like this at 17, perhaps 1 in 10,000 at best. And so good luck to this guy. Hopefully he doesn't waste his genetics. Hopefully he's still natural and he competes in an upcoming competition. Up next, we have Cisco. She started training at just 18 years of age. She's currently 26. Her starting weight was 53 kilograms, about 117 pounds. And in the before photo, she essentially looks about average. She's neither thin nor is she obese. She doesn't appear to have extra wide shoulders, and her waist seems to be about average. It's about normal. Overall, in the before photo, I think her strength would be her legs. She doesn't seem to have a lot of body fat, and for somebody that hasn't worked out before, it does seem like if she were to start squatting that she could have an incredible physique. Her legs appear to be very lean and do seem to have some form of muscle, and she hasn't even started working out, and so with extra squatting and so on, I do believe her legs would be her best body part. And in the after photo, she says, I'm still 53 kilograms, LOL, and so she's been training 8 years for nothing. She didn't put on a single pound. She's essentially maintained for 8 years. And so what a waste. And so if only she hadn't listened to all those other people out there, bulked and cut year after year, she would have put on a ton of muscle. But nope, listening to Coach Greg, it could never work. And so let us now see the after photo. Alrighty then. And so she weighs the exact same. But does she look any different to you? She looks insane. This is an incredible physique. It's certainly worthy of being on a competitive bodybuilding stage. She has a clearly defined six-pack. She has biceps formed. And look at the separation in the quads. This is an amazing body that I'm sure many women would aspire to have. But how did she do it? She weighs the exact same. Well, just because you weigh the same amount doesn't mean your body hasn't gone through changes. She's clearly lost a significant amount of body fat. Perhaps she started at 30% body fat. And in the end, the after photo, she's perhaps at 19, perhaps 20% body fat. And so by losing 10% body fat or more and replacing that with 10% muscle and or more, it's night and day. And so people, do you now believe me? Are you starting to see the difference? Even if you have what we would see as average genetics, if you stick to it for 8 years and slowly make changes, maintain, you too can have an incredible physique. Up next is Wasfi Osman. This guy is 25 years of age and he began training at only 18. It's been 7 years. His starting weight wasn't look very good. Had over 40% body fat and he was at almost 275 pounds, 124 kilograms. And so at 18, this guy was morbidly obese. But look at the potential. Many people would see this physique and see, oh, he's just really fat. I see very wide shoulders, and although he has a very big belly, it's not all that wide. The only reason his waist is wider is because there's a lot of body fat. And so if only this guy could drop the fat, he would have a smaller waist with wide shoulders, which is perfect for building muscle. And normally, guys who are endomorphs, these are guys who easily put on body fat. The one thing they also have is they easily also put on muscle. And so it's a double-edged sword. They can easily put on fat, but they can also easily put on muscle. And so for these individuals, what's paramount is that they follow a very healthy diet and they do a lot of cardio. If they combine cardio with healthy eating in a calorie deficit, their physiques can literally transform. It's 10 times easier to burn off body fat than it is to put on muscle. Well, let's see what can be the results. Here's the after photo. He's now 100 kilograms. He's lost 24 kilograms. It's over 50 pounds. And look at the difference. The traps, the biceps has veins, the chest, even the quads. The guy now has abs, and so although I'm certain it's harder for him than the average person to maintain a lean physique, look at how he's done. He has now developed an incredible physique, all from that early beginning where he was morbidly obese. And so just because you begin your journey as being the fat guy, doesn't mean you can't be that guy, aka him. Up next, we now have Martin. He's 29 years of age, been training for 15 years, began training at only 14. He's been training for half of his life. Now, this guy, very tall, well over 6 feet tall. He began his journey at 80 kilograms, 176 pounds. Imagine this kid. He's 14. He's already 176 pounds. He's well over 6 feet tall. And look at his starting point. Imagine looking like this at only 14. Already has wider shoulders. Pecs have already begun to form. And he does, in fact, have some abs. And so he's got muscle. He's lean. He's tall. What is he missing? Now, I don't know about you, but when I see a guy at 14 all tatted up, I have to question the parents. 14 years of age, full of tattoos and so on. I don't know if I agree with this. I believe that kids should be kids, and if they want to get permanent things done to their bodies, they should wait till they're at least an adult. Now, I must say, I am a little bit concerned. In the before photo, he does appear to have a very round face. Now, I know all you guys and girls, you're often taking your selfies like this. I don't know if you don't like your teeth, your lips, your nose, you're scared to do the Zoolander. Are you afraid to do a Drake? Afraid people are going to call you a Drake the Snake Roberts. But when I see a guy like this, who has a very round face, very puffy face, while having a very lean physique, guy has abs, muscle definition, and so on, I'm thinking SARMs, testosterone, MK677, and so on. And so my personal belief is that he's not natural in the before photo. It's my opinion. He submitted his before and after, and he's subject to whatever I might think. I'm also a little sus that this guy isn't actually 14. Perhaps he's 18, 19, 20, trying to make it look like, hey, look at all my amazing genetics. I was this big at 14. And so that's why I have all this muscle now that I'm 29. And so fast forward to the after photo. 120 kilograms, it's 265 pounds. All the while, he's leaner than last time. The wide shoulders, the small waist, and even the quads. He's not even flexing his legs. Look at his legs. How tall is this guy? Is he 6'8", 265 pounds? How could he be this lean while weighing 265 pounds? Remember, Coach Greg is like a detective.
Cool, no doubt.
And so he withholds his height. He doesn't tell us. And so is he in fact 265 pounds? Well, I'm telling you, if he is, he's taller than friggin' last time. Here's what I'm noticing. Do you notice the pecs? Look around the nipples. Do I, in fact, see gyno? I'm thinking that looks a lot like gynecomastia. And in his before photo, when he states that he's 14 with the tattoos on his body, it doesn't look like he had gyno there. And so he's not going to pull a Hussein Farhad and say, hey, I had my gyno when I was a kid, and it was always there. For many people, that is the truth. They have gyno at an early age. They get it through puberty. And so I'm calling not natty. And for 99% of people that look anything like this, they're not natural. Yes, it's possible. Stop being a hater. Stop writing in the comment section. You don't think I know more than you. Way more, in fact, about natty or nots. And so besides the gyno and the regretful tattoos, this physique I'm sure almost anyone would wish they could have. But as far as genetics go, I can't give him a rating because I don't know what he did natural versus enhanced. And so, bro, why didn't you use instead Turk Builder and Geo2 Max? You could have stayed natural, not had the gynecomastia, and still developed more muscle than last time. Turk Builder, the #1 supplement. You're not going to get the testosterone that you want, the one from Uzbekistan, if you're buying from my competitors. One guy did a study. Oh, Coach Greg's testosterone doesn't work. He didn't test my testosterone. He tested a competitor's. And lo and behold, there was no testosterone in the product. Shocker! Does my testosterone not work? Of course it works. We even have a money-back guarantee. That is how convinced that we are. I know it, and those who are buying it, they also know it. And so if you want true testosterone, the best testosterone in the world, the one that actually works, the one that has testosterone, unlike many of the competitors, purchase HCLT testosterone, code Greg, 15% off, and while you're at it, add in Geo2 Max. Up next, we got Simon. He's now 42 years of age. He's been training for 7 years. He began his journey at only 62 kilograms. It's like 136 pounds. And so very, very small. Check him out. He apparently is a beach volleyball player. He's serving the beach volleyball. And unlike Sebum, he didn't have his genetics. You remember that photo from Sebum when he was 17, 18 years of age, before he started abusing steroids? And so this guy's genetics, they're clearly not the same. He does appear to have decent quads. He has a little bit of muscle in the legs, probably from jumping and spiking that volleyball. And you can see a lot of definition, but in my humble opinion, which isn't humble at all, he's way too lean. When you have single-digit body fat and you're not eating enough, perhaps you're thinking you look better, perhaps you're a marathon runner and so on, it's very hard to put on muscle. And so I know many people develop body dysmorphia, and I really don't know this guy's story. I don't know if he suffered from any of this, but I'm telling you, if you're that lean in the before photo and you don't have a lot of muscle, I personally don't think that's very healthy. Now, if you're a marathon runner, perhaps it's for your sport. I get it. But I don't encourage any of you to try to be this lean. And so happy to see in the after photo, he's put on 12 kilograms. It's about 26 pounds in the last 7 years. And so in the after photo, to me, a marketably improved physique. He looks much better. Is he as lean as he was in the before photo at single-digit body fat? I don't think so. But to me, it's 100% worth it. Perhaps he's at 12% body fat right now. Very healthy, very athletic, very much ideal, and what most women would want to look at. He has a six-pack, he has muscles in the arms, the delts, the bicep vein, the chest. He looks amazing. And so at 42 years of age, this is a 99 percentile physique. Rare do men at 42 look this good. And so remember, he only started lifting at 35. 35. Perhaps his testosterone levels were beginning to go down. But so what? Don't let age hold you back. Oh, you're older now. You're in your 30s, your 40s, 50s, and so on. So what? Just because you didn't start training at 10 like Coach Greg doesn't mean you can't build an incredible physique. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you in fact liked it. Watch one of those two bloops. And don't forget about the Turk Builder, the Geo2 Max. You can order that on the website, as well as the cookbook, the training book, the Circle Diet book. You get all the books, the clothing line on the website. And of course, the various supplements, protein bars, pre-workouts, and so on. We got everything. Join the 300,000 plus newsletter subscribers. And until next time, I am out.